All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us here for game number 2 of bracket play, featuring Florida Burn and Ostingers. Ostingers are the visitors in this one. So we'll get to their lineup in a second. I will say that Evan is pitching for the Burn, and Caden is catching. All right, so leading off here for Ostingers in this one is going to be Cole Walker. Sorry for a second here. I didn't write down a name. Bear with me 1 second. I'll start over. Cole Walker, Evan, Matthew, Dagan, Jaden, Smith, Jake, Aiden, Evan, and Tucker. Substitution will be Cole, Frida. And if I pronounce it wrong, someone please let me know, and I will make sure that's corrected going forward. The Burn are the higher seed, so they are a home team, and Ostingers are the visitors. Again, thanks for joining us here at Ross Norton, field number 1 for the 10:30 game between the Ostingers and Florida Burn. This is Doc, the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. The tournament's put on, the Gap to Gap NIT put on by Tampa Bay USSSA and tournament director Tim Labus. And, of course, sponsored by VisitStClearwater.com. All right. So here we go with the Ostingers. Cole steps in, lead things off. Evan's on deck. And here's the first pitch from Evan. Swing and a miss. Strike 1, and this one's underway, folks. No balls, 1 strike. And strike 2. So quickly, Evan for the Florida Burn is out ahead in this one. Interestingly enough, the Ostingers also have an Evan pitching. And it's a 1-2 count to Cole. And as a matter of fact, the Evan on deck is the pitcher, and the batter right now, Cole, is the catcher for the Ostingers. And that's going to be 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. So, as I said, the Ostingers are visitor. Burn is home. The indicator above the initials will point out the team that's at bat at that moment, but also let you know if it's top or bottom of the inning. We got some exciting changes coming to the scoreboard. There's a line shot to second base. Nice catch out there. And that is 1 away. Nice play out there by the second baseman to get to that one. That ball was dying, and it got to it, lipped out, and did make the catch. So that's 1 down for the Ostingers. That brings Evan into the game. Matthews on deck. Called strike, and it's 0-1. If you're joining us on Facebook, please follow, like, and share. And if there's a swing and a miss, strike 2. It's quickly 0-2. If you're on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe. The follows and the follows, likes, and subscriptions help us grow the channel to enhance the experience for you. Like I said, we got some enhancements coming to the scoreboard next month, so exciting things happen there. There's a fly ball just over the second baseman's head. That's going to drop in for a hit. And Evans on with a 1-out single here in the top of the first. Matthew steps in with Dagan coming out on deck. It could be Deegan. Not sure. Let me double check that. It is Deegan, so I got that corrected. Who's on deck? Pop fly, foul, out of play. And And it's 0-1 on Matthew as Evan was heading to second base. Again, those subscriptions, likes, and follows help us grow the channel to enhance experience for you, the fans. Evan checks Evan at first, and Evan, the Ostinger Evan, is back safely.
Let's go, Matthew.
There goes Evan. Foul ball out of play. And that's 0-2. Also, our social media crew, want to thank them for all that they do. They post clips and pictures on all of the other social media sites, such as Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. So go check those out under Tampa Bay USSSA. All right, so it's an 0-2 count to Matthew, and the pitch. There's a throw down as Evan goes to second. He is safe, and that is ball one to Matthew.
Let's go, Matthew.
So it's a 1-2 count. Evans at second. One out so far. And the pitch. Foul ball. Stuck in the fence right above us. And hopefully that didn't mess up the camera too much. If it did, we will fix it momentarily. And we'll do 1 and 2 again. And the pitch. Called strike 3. And that is 2 outs. All right, folks, I'll fix the camera in just a second. Deegan steps in, Evans at first. And the pitch. Called strike. And it's 0-1.
All right, let's go, Deegan.
There's a ball outside, and it's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Deegan. Evans on second. We're in the top of the first. You're in the 10:30 game of bracket play for 12U Open in the Gap to Gap NIT. In beautiful Clearwater, Florida. Got a lake in the left field, out beyond left field. A skate park in center field. There's a ground ball to second. Fielded cleanly over to first, and that is 3 outs. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on at the end of a half inning. Ostingers 0, Florida Burn coming to bat. Coming up for the Burn is going to be Brody, Truitt, and Caden. This is Doc, the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back. Evans on the mound. Brody's at the plate. On deck will be Truitt. He'll be followed by Caden. I'll run down the rest of the lineup here in just a minute. There's a called strike, and the bottom of the first is underway. So no balls, one strike. So Caden will be the third batter, and let's do the rest of the lineup. Ryder, Jake, AJ, Gannon, Evan, Reed, and Carter. And now it's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Brody. It's a ball high, and it's now 1-0. Or sorry, 2-1. I was moving ahead to the next batter. 2-1, 2-1. Here we go. Evan delivers. It's a line shot down the line. Foul ball. And now it's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Line shot down the line again, foul. And we'll do 2-2 again. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Called strike 3, and that is 1 out. So 1 down. That brings in Truitt. Coming out on deck is Caden. So fly ball down the right field line. That is caught in foul territory. And that is 2 down. So that brings in Caden. Ryder comes out on deck. Called strike. And it's 0-1 to Caden. So the Ostingers have had a very efficient inning so far from Evan. And here's the 0-1 to Caden. Foul ball out of play. And that is 0-2. No score in this one. Only 1 hit registered so far, and that was from the pitcher for the Ostingers, Evan. And the pitch. Ball high. And it's 1-2. Now it's 2-2. And now the count is full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes to Caden. He's worked it back to a full count. It's a ground ball to third, fielded cleanly by third baseman over to first, and that is 3 outs. So 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left at the end of 1. It's a 0-0 game. Coming up in the top of the second for Ostingers is going to be Jaden, Smith, and Jake. This is Doc of the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, we got some special guests coming up in between the next inning. Coming up for the Ostingers is going to be Jaden, Smith, and Jake, like I mentioned. Little maintenance on the field. Out on the mound there. Took a little bit of dirt from in front of the plate out there to the mound to kind of fill in the divot that's quickly forming. As we finish the lineup warm-ups here, got the special guests are a few of the players from the Brandon team. We're going to be talking to Jackson. So Jackson, the first game today, Jackson went 2 for 3, 3 RBIs. I'm sorry, 1 for 3, but drove in 3 RBIs and had that double drive in the first run in the first inning. I believe we're also going to be talking with Christian and as Caleb as well. So some of the Blazers players in between the next inning. That's what this is all about, folks. You, the fans who tune in, and of course the players, provide them some lifelong memories as well. All right, here we go. First pitch, foul ball, and the top of the second's underway. So no balls, 1 strike. Coming up, though, in this one, next after this game, it's a fly ball, high fly ball. That's out in center field. Center fielder's under it, makes the catch, and that is 1 out. So we'll get to that momentarily. So coming up next, the 12:30 game is going to feature Prime Baseball versus Brandon Blazers right here on field 1. There's a foul ball, and it's no 1 count. So no balls, 1 strike. And the 2:30 game will feature the winner of this one versus the Tampa Heat. One of our earlier broadcasts in the fall featured this Florida Burn team versus the Tampa Heat. It was a good game. And I believe it's a 1-1 count now. No indication of a strike there. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, that's strike 3. So 2 outs. Our umpire is not animated, so it's hard to tell. Plus, my headphones don't enable me to hear too clearly either. So, try to do the best balls and strikes I can for you folks. And here's AJ. Takes the first pitch as a ball. Gannon's on deck. Or I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong page. All right, let's start over. That was Jake. He takes ball 1 high. Ball inside. And it's 2-0. I think I got my act together now. It appears to be 3-0. We will get confirmation here in a second, depending on what this pitch is. Called strike.
He raised up a girl at practice.
And it's 3-1.
I hit the scoreboard every single time. That's 2 outs. Live small, but the ball. Oh, I'm scared. I can't do it.
And the pitch. Ball high, and that is a 2-out walk. That brings Aiden to the plate. Evan comes out on deck. There are 2 Evans on the Ostingers, so 3 Evans in this game. So the Evan who's pitching is Evan Lewis. And this is Evan Ebanks. He's a center fielder for the Ostingers. They check on Jake over at first. Evan again goes back to first base to check on Jake. Jake's back safely. Wow. All right, sorry about that, folks. I jumped down too quickly. This is Aiden at the plate, like I said the first time. I'll get it all straight for you. So Jake's at first, and Aiden is at the plate. Evan's on deck. That's why I went to the Evan page of this. It's a 1-0 count to Aiden. Swing and a miss. Actually, foul tip. And it's 1-1.
For my team, it's hard.
All right, there's a throw down as Jake goes to second. Ball goes in center field. Nice backup by the center fielder. So it is, I think, 2-1. And here comes the 2-1 pitch. Nope. Now here comes the 2-1 pitch. Fly ball into left field. That one is going to get down for a hit. And we're going to see the first run of the game score as Aiden is on with an RBI single. Here in the top of the second inning. That was closer to the line, and there was no way the left fielder could have got to that one. That brings in Evan Ebanks, and Tucker comes out on deck. Fly ball right here and out of play. And it hit the fence, but also caught a fan by the fence on the head. So hopefully they gave the thumbs up that they're okay. So we'll hope that they are. And the pitch. And it's 1-1. So Aiden's at first after the RBI single. Swing and a miss. Strike two.
No dumb and a body slam.
Hey, Carter, you gonna buy me something? Gosh, dang it.
Swing and a miss. Strike three. And that is 3 outs. So there is 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. And at the end of 1.5, it's Ostingers 1. Burn coming up. So coming up the burn is Ryder, Jake, and AJ. This is Doc, the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back in just a moment with our special guests. All right, so here we are in between innings. Evan's still on the mound for the Ostingers. So we got Jackson here. So Jackson, you went 1 for 3 RBIs last game. Led off with a double in the first inning, drove in the first run of the game. So how'd that feel?
It felt good driving a run. I think my teammates were getting on base to give me that RBI. And yeah, give me that RBI.
So how you feeling about the upcoming game? You think against the Prime?
It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
But I think we can get it. I think we can win. So just got to do my best. Our teammates got to do our best. And yeah.
That's what it's all about, my friend, teammates. And because one person cannot go out there and win the game for sure.
Yep.
So, well, thanks a lot, Jackson. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Who's next?
Christian, come on, baby.
How you doing, Christian?
I'm doing good.
So what do you think of that first game?
It was good. We had a good offense, good defense, played good, ready for Prime.
And how are you feeling about that next matchup?
It's gonna be tough, but I think if we have good offense, good defense, we might pull away with it.
You know who's on the mound for you guys coming up?
No.
No? All right. Well, we'll see here shortly, but good luck in the next game, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so here we go. Getting things underway here in the bottom of the second inning. Ryder leading it off. Jake on deck. And it's called strike on Ryder.
Why you take so long to answer? Jackson was on that. Lopez was like,
Jackson said, it's great. It's good to drive in that run.
Ball low, and it's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Ryder. Just getting underway here in the bottom of the second inning. Ostingers lead at 1-0. That one's in the dirt. Popped up right in front of the camera there. And that makes it 2-0. Or I'm sorry, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Ryder. Swing and a miss. And now it's 2-2. Called strike 3, and that is 1 away. So 1 out, that brings in Jake. AJ is on deck.
I just read down
And the pitch. Ground ball to first, fielded cleanly, and that is 2 outs. That brings in AJ. Gannon comes out on deck.
I'm not saying to be good as a speaker, but the normal thing is you're here to talk to me. Why wouldn't you want to talk about me, right? So like, that's not the way it's supposed to do it.
And here's the first pitch to AJ. He bunts in front of the plate, fielded cleanly, down to first, and they get him. So 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. At the end of 2, it is a 1-0 lead for the Ostingers. Coming up for the Ostingers in the top of the 3rd is going to be Tucker, and then back to the top of the lineup with Cole, followed by Evan. This is Doc, the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back. I made a little change to the initial colors as well as the indicator, simply because there's a ball low to start things off here with Tucker. Evan's still on the mound, and Caden's still behind the plate. It was hard to see that dark green on the black with the bright light, the bright sunshine here. Which I think this even better matches the uniforms on the field. So, all right, here we go. Foul ball right back at us, and I moved. Don't know why, but I did. So it's a 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball high, and it's 2-1. And now the count's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here in the top of the third. Hopefully that change in color scheme for the indicator and the initials make it a little easier to read for you all watching on YouTube and Facebook. Ball off the plate. And now the count's full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Foul ball. Hopefully that didn't mess with our sign. Or sorry, the camera view. If it did, we will make adjustments and correct that. And here's the 3-2. Foul ball again. And we'll do 3-2 over. And the pitch. It's a fly ball. Oh, just near the fence, and the prime players was just out of their reach. Nice hustle. And we'll do 3-2 again. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is 1 out. That brings in Cole with Evan coming out on deck. And the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner, and it's a 0-1 count to Cole Walker. And the pitch. Ground ball in the hole. That gets through to right field, and Cole Walker's on with a 1-out single. We start things off here in the top of the third inning.
What do you get for the Tooth Fairy? You get like Nintendo games on his play?
There's a fly ball in the left field. That's going back. Left fielder's under it. Makes the catch. And that is 2 outs. That brings in Matthew. Deegan's on deck.
Y'all get Tooth Fairy money? I think Gunner got like $5 for a front tooth. Most of them too.
Evan throws over first to check on Cole. Cole's back in time.
I'm just kidding. I have 5. I like $5.
You get $5.
My first couple ones is like 7.
What are we working for Easter? What do y'all get for Easter?
I get gas money.
Ball just a little high.
Real or fake?
And it is a 1-0 count to Matthew.
You still color him?
I get fishing
You
stuff.
gotta put the shrink wrap stuff on him?
Cole gets the lead at first. Evan checks him. Comes set. And steps off the rubber to make sure that Cole is staying close to first, which he is. He gets a little bit extra lead. Ground ball to third. Fielded over to first. And that is 3 outs. So, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left at the end of 2.5. It's Ostingers 1, Prime 0. And each of the interesting fact here, in each of the 3 innings that the Ostingers have been out there, they've each got 1 hit and left 1 runner on in each inning. Coming up for the Burn in the bottom of the 3rd is going to be Gannon, followed by Evan, and then Reed. This is Doc of the Tampa Bay Utrope USA Sports Network. We'll be back. All right, folks, we're back. Just about to do the throwdown. So the reason why we go mute is just in case there's music played in between innings, which can be picked up. And when that happens, some of the artists don't like their songs to be played in the videos, even though we're not playing it. It picks up the sound. And in some cases, that can block the video for you to watch after the live stream, and it can also block it in some countries because this is able to be seen around the world. So it's not just here in Tampa or in the United States where most of you are probably watching. We are international. So here we go. The first pitch to Gannon. That's a ball, and we're underway here in the bottom of the 3rd. Again, thanks for joining us. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, glad to have you aboard. And I hope you enjoy the broadcast as much as I enjoy bringing it to you. There's a foul ball down the left field line. That's going to drop down. And we'll have a 1-1 count on Gannon. There's a ground ball, foul, and now it's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a line shot to shortstop. Nice catch by the shortstop. And that is 1 away. Nice stop out there. Had to leap up a little bit.
I think he got up like 2.3 centimeters off the ground there.
That brings in Evan with Reed on deck. Ball just off the plate, and it's 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Called strike three, drop strike three, throw down to first, and they get him. So that's 2 down. That brings in Reed. Carter comes out on deck. So the Burn are batting 10. Starting to heat up here a bit. But I will say it's better than being in the states where it's snowing. There's a called strike. And that's a 0-1 count. It's a ground ball back up the middle, fielded by the shortstop. Oh, mishandled, still thrown over. Could not get him. And that allows Reed to get on. So we'll charge an error to the shortstop on that one. And Reed is on with 2 outs. That brings in Carter. And coming on deck is back to the top of the lineup with Brody. So 2 down. And the pitch. Called strike. And it's a 0-1 count. So interestingly enough, before that error and the base run reaching, Evan had a perfect game going in 2 2/3 innings. There's strike 2. Very efficient. Just a little mishandle out there, and but Evan is ahead in this one, 0-2. There's the 0-2 to Carter. There goes Reed, and he's safe. And that's a ball to Carter. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Reed still second. And the pitch, ball outside. And it's now 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Reed's at second. Called straight, swing and a miss actually on that one. And that is 3 outs. So no runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left. At the end of 3, it's Ostingers 1, Burn 0. So coming up for the Ostingers as we move into the top of the 4th, it's going to be Deegan, followed by Jaden, and then Smith. This is Doc, the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back. Got Deegan leading things off here for Ostingers in the top of the 4th inning. Again, please subscribe, like, and share on YouTube. Follow, like, and share on Facebook if you're there, or in both if you get a chance. That really helps us grow. There's a ball inside, and it's 1-0. Evan's still on the mound. Caden's still behind the plate for the Burn. Jaden's on deck. And here's the 1-0. And now it's 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner, and now it's 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Top of the 4th. Ostingers cling to a 1-0 lead in this one. And the pitch. Foul ball. And now it's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes.
All right, protect, bud. Find a way on, man.
So far, Ostingers have 3 hits in this one. Burn has 0. No errors committed by the Burn and 1 committed by the Ostingers. There's a full count now. 3-2.
Yeah, you're full, bud. Let's go.
And the pitch. There's a line shot to just off the first baseman's glove. And Deegan is going to be on base. So we're going to call that one a single just simply because the first baseman, which is Carter, had to go a little bit of ways to get it and then leap up to try to catch it, and just went off his glove. So wasn't a routine play by any means, so that's why we're awarding a single to Deegan. So he's on with a leadoff single. It's called strike on Jaden. And it's a 0-1 count. So in each of the innings, Ostingers has gotten at least 1 hit. It's called strike on Jaden, who couldn't hold back on that one. He went, and so that makes it 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. And that makes it 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes.
All right, let's go, Jaden.
And the pitch. Ground ball to third. And that gets through. And that moves Deegan to second. And back-to-back hits. That brings Smith to the plate. Jake out on deck. And the pitch. Called strike. And it's a 0-1 count to Smith. And the pitch. There's a bunt up the third base line. And that is going to be a bunt single. And bases are now loaded. Beautiful bunt by Smith. And that loads them up. So 3 hits in a row loads the bases. That brings in Jake. Jake walked his first time up and scored. And that brings Aiden out on deck. And the pitch. It's ball low, so it's 1-0 count. Infield is pulled in. Try to get the force out at home. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Bases loaded. That's Smith at first, Jaden at second, Deegan at third. And that makes it 2-2. And the pitch. There's a line shot in the center field. Center fielder makes the catch. And Deegan is going to tag and score to make it a 2-0 ball game. What a catch out there by the center fielder. And that will hold Jaden at second and Smith at first. I mean, the center fielder, that was more in left center, but came a long way to get that one. Aiden steps in. That brings Evan Ebanks out on deck. There's a ground ball, base hit into the right field, and that is going to load him up again as the throw comes home. Nice throw by the right fielder to prevent any runners from coming home. Evans back there to back up the throw. And Aiden's on with his second hit of the game. So that puts Jaden at third, Smith at second, and Aiden at first. Stepping in is Evan Ebanks, and he'll be followed by Tucker, who's on deck. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. And that makes it 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, bases loaded. 1 run in so far for the Ostingers. And the pitch. Ball high. And it's 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Pop fly right here, and the catcher comes back. Just couldn't get to it. Just a little out of the reach for Caden. And that'll make it 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Evan has new life. And the pitch. Ball outside, and now the count's full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Evan, of course, has nowhere to put Evan Ebanks. And here's the payoff pitch. Foul ball. And we will do 3-2 again. And the pitch. And that's ball 4, and that walks in.
Attaboy, Evan.
Another run.
Good reflexes, Tucker. It's like your cat. He like sucks to miss the bat.
So 2 runs in, base is still loaded, still 1 out, and the coach goes out to talk to his pitcher, try to settle him down a bit. As the Ostingers extended their lead, still 1 out, and the base is still loaded. So it's going to be Smith at third, Aiden at second, and Evan Ebanks at first, with Tucker coming in. Conference at the mound's over. Caden's still out there talking to his pitcher, and he returns to the plate. That brings out Cole Walker to the on-deck circle.
My stomach hurts.
And here's the first pitch to Tucker. Swing and a miss, strike 1. So 0-1 count. And the pitch. Ball high. And it's 1-1.
Always look for Saturday or Sunday, though.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is 2 outs. That brings in Cole Walker. Cole is 1 for 2. Singled his last time up. And we're going to have a pitching change. And we'll see in a second who's going to be pitching for the Burn. And I'll get the number for you here in just a second, folks.
That one he turned second base. I was like, that was not yesterday. No, today. He was going second. He turned second. That was
So it's Ryder is going into pitch. All right. So again, thanks for joining us. Glad to have you aboard on YouTube or Facebook. If you're on YouTube, please like, share, subscribe. Those subscriptions and likes really helps our channel grow and helps us to enhance the experience for you and expand our capabilities. If you're on Facebook, please follow, like, and share. Same thing occurs. And if you would like, please go to both platforms and do the same. Also, I want to thank our social media crew who hits all the forms of social media with clips and of key plays as well as pictures of different players in different actions throughout the day, both on pool play day and bracket play. And you can find those on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram under Tampa Bay USSSA. I also want to thank Tampa Bay USSSA and Tournament Director Tim Labus for putting on the tournament, and our sponsor, VisitStPeteClearwater.com. This is Doc, broadcast brought to you by Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. And I'll be your commentator throughout the day. Ryder checks the runner at second, and he's back. That is Aiden down at second base. Again, coming up following this one's going to the Brandon Blazers and Prime Baseball at swing and a miss. Strike 1 on Cole Walker. On this very field at approximately a 12:30 start. And now it's 1-1.
Let's go, Cole Walker.
There's the 1-1. And that's strike 2.
All right, let's go. Protect, bud.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. Smith at third, Aiden at second, Evan Ebanks at first. And there's the 1-2 from Ryder. And now it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. So far, 2 runs across this inning for Ostingers, which makes it a 3-0 lead. And there's ball 3, which makes it a full count. So the runners will be going on this pitch. Ryder, of course, has nowhere to put Cole. On deck is Evan Lewis. Here's the payoff pitch. There they go. Swinging them at strike 3. And that is 3 outs. However, Ostingers get 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors committed and 3 left on base at the end of 3 1/2. It's Ostingers 3, the Burn 0. Coming up for the Burn in the bottom of the 4th is going to be Brody, Truitt, and Caden, top of the order. This is Doc, the Tampa Bay USSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back. Bottom of 4. Brody's leading it off for the Burn. And first pitch to Brody is a ball. So 1-0 count. So winner of this will play the Tampa Heat in the second semifinal game. First semifinal game, there's ball high, and that's 2-0, is coming up between the Brandon Blazers and Prime Baseball. Winner of that game will punch their ticket into the championship, which will start around 4:30. And the first semifinal against the Tampa Heat will start around 2:30. It's called strike, I think. Nope, it's 3-0. So 3 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Ball 4. And Brody's on with a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That brings in Truitt. Caden comes out on deck. Burn trying to get some of those runs back. And pitch. Called strike, throw down. And Brody, ball goes in the center field. Brody goes to third, and he's safe. So called strike on Truitt. The errant throw allows Brody to go to third. So we'll charge an error to the catcher on that one. And now it's a 1-1 count to Truitt. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Brody's at third.
Let's go, Lou.
There's a line shot to third. Nice snap with a third baseman. And they get him at third. Double play. Wow. Wow, what a play by the third baseman. Dives over and touches the bag and ends the threat. By the burn. That's 2 quick outs. That brings in Caden with Ryder on deck. And the pitch. And it's ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes.
He's 11 and he's 6 foot.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
Are you pitching in the championship?
What grade are you in? Oh my god. There's no way. He's in 6.
So 1-1 count.
Nick's pitching against you.
I'm only in 6. He's pitching. I'm pitching.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
How come you're not pitching championship?
So 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Let's try. Aim for effort.
I thought you were pitching.
No, he's not.
There's a pop fly on the infield. Second baseman's going back. Can't quite get there. And it's a single for Caden. And that brings in Ryder. So that is the official first hit of the day for the Burn. Coming here in the bottom of the 4th by Caden. Nice try by the second baseman for the Ostingers. It's a pinch runner. That's going to be Truitt running for Caden, since Caden's the catcher. There's the pitch. There goes Truitt. And he's safe. And I believe that was a ball on Ryder. And it's 2-0.
Like 70 maybe? 68, 70? Somewhere around there. I don't really have a radar gun, so.
Called strike. And now it's 2-1. And there's the 2-1. Oh, sorry, that was 2-2, or 1-2, and that's called strike 3 nonetheless, and that's 3 outs. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors. I'm sorry, 1 error and 1 left. At the end of 4, it's Ostingers 3, Burn 0. Coming up for the Ostingers in the top of the 5th is going to be Evan Lewis, Matthew, and Deegan. This is Doc, the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right, Ryder's still on the mound. Caden's still behind the plate. Again, thank you for joining us. Please like, follow, share, subscribe on both channels, both YouTube and Facebook. That helps us out a lot. Trying to expand capabilities and grow the channel to enhance the experience for you, the fans. We do have some updated scoreboard coming in April, so pretty excited about that. And if you also hit the notification bell in YouTube, you'll get notified when we go live for any games we're covering throughout the remainder of the spring season. Again, we're on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook for the social media crew that takes pictures, clips of action photos, and action clips, I should say, of the games throughout the weekend here in the Gap to Gap NIT, and we do that for every tournament put on by Tampa Bay USSSA. Of course, we broadcast on both YouTube and Facebook live, and those games will remain up there after the broadcast. There's a first pitch by Ryder to Evan, and the 5th inning's underway. So 1 ball, no strikes. Matthews on deck, and the pitch. Pop fly down the right field line. That is foul. And Evan has new life. And it's a 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And here's the 1-1. And now it's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Call strike 3, and that is 1 away. That brings in Matthew. Deegan's on deck. Deegan singled and scored his last time up. Ostingers lead this one 3-0. Ball just off the plate, and it's 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes. Ball in the dirt, and 2-0. Swing and a miss. Now it's 2-1. Called strike, and that is 2 outs. All right, that brings in Deegan. Oh, I guess that was all right. So it was 2-2. All right, they're over the first, and that is 2 outs. So that was not a strikeout, but it is 2 outs after Matthew grounded out the third. So nice play by the third baseman. The catcher threw down, and I thought that was strike 3.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we're in beautiful Clearwater, Florida. And Ross Norton, field 1. There's a foul ball off the pole. Comes back into the infield. I don't know if you could do that again if you tried. But it's 0-1 to Deegan. We got a lake out behind left field. Skate park and center field, and a beautiful Florida color building. There's 0-2 in right field. Not sure what's out there, but I think it's the facility here for the Ross Norton Park. A beautiful complex, palm trees in the background, just a perfect setting for baseball in Florida. Glad to have you aboard, and you could join, and you're able to join us. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is 3 outs. So 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. And at the end of 4 1/2, Ostingers 3, Burn nothing. Coming up in the bottom of the 5th is going to be Jake, AJ, and Gannon. This is Doc, the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. So we got some characters from Prime Baseball behind us here, having fun chat with them. And we get underway here in the 5th. Evan's still on the mound, and it's ball 1. So I got Chance from Obla. Not sure where that's at, but glad you're here. Mason, he's from China. And what's your name again? Nathan from Antarctica. So a very diverse international team made up of the prime players. So we were interviewing them here in between innings. There's a foul ball right back at us. Hopefully that did not mess up our camera view. And I think it's a 1-1 count. We'll find out here in a second. AJ's on deck. 1-1 count on Jake, I believe. Foul ball again. And I'll be right back, folks, in just a moment. Makes it 1-2. If he hits the another foul ball, we're going to have issues. And called strike 3, and that is 1 away. So 1 down. AJ steps in. Foul ball out of play and makes it an 0-1 count. And I think we're good now. It's a ground ball up the middle, fielded by the shortstop over to first. And that's 2 outs. So 2 down. Gannon steps in. He takes ball 1. And it's a 1-0 count. Evans on deck. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. And the 1-1. And now it's 2-1. And the pitch.
Oh, that's a strike.
I think that's a ball. Not 100%, so make it 3-1.
All right, let's go, Lou. Let's go, BA.
We're going to go with that because it didn't really get an indication. And it's ball 4, so I was right. So 2-out walk issued by Evan. That brings in Evan to the plate. Evan was the starting pitcher for the Burn today.
We have to do what? Switches. No, but they're already on that side.
Evan checks Gannon at first. He's back. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1. Gannon holds it first. Call strike. There's a throw down. And Gannon is safe. Just got his hand in there. And it's an 0-2 count to Evan. Gannon's at second. And the pitch. Ball just a little up, and now it's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gannon at second, 2 outs. Bottom of 5th. Burn trail by 3. Call strike 3, and that is 3 outs. So no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left, and at the end of 5, it's Ostingers 3, Burn 0. Coming up in the top of the 6th for the Ostingers is going to be Jaden, followed by Smith and Jake. This is Doc, the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back momentarily. All right, we're back. Strike 1 to Jaden. And it's foul ball. And it's quickly 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. There's a pop fly down the right field line. That gets in for a single, just drops inside, right, just out of reach of the second baseman, first baseman, and right fielder. And Jaden's on with a leadoff single here in the top of the sixth. There's a bunt fair down the first base line.
Oh my God.
And sacrifice bunt to move over the runner. Does his job. Smith does. Nice bunt. Hug the line. It's one out. Jake steps in. It's ball high. And Aiden is on deck. Aiden's 2 for 2. Drove in an RBI. And Jake is 0 for 1, but he has scored. He walked his first time up. And now it's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. That's Jaden down at second base. It's a ground ball at third base. Fielded, throws over. And they call him out. That's 2 down. But that moves Jaden over to third. You'll see the outs appear on the scoreboard momentarily. Sorry about that. And the pitch. Called strike. And it's a 0-1 count to Aiden. Evan Ebanks is on deck. And the pitch. Ball high. It's 1-1. There's a fly ball in the right field. Right fielder, nice catch out there in right field to end the inning. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on at the end of 5.5. It's Ostingers 3, Burns 0. As we move to the bottom of the inning, Burns down to their last 3 outs in this one. Evan Lewis is still on the mound. Cole's still behind the plate. So leading off is going to be Reed, followed by Carter, and then back at the top of the lineup with Brody. This is Doc, the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. Sorry, we're back. I got him spacing out there for a second. Reed bunts back to Evan, and that's 1 down. That brings in Carter. Brody's on deck. Again, following this one's going to be Prime Baseball versus the Brandon Blazers for the first semifinal. Ball outside. The winner of this one will play the Tampa Heat in the 2:30 game for the second semifinal game. And then the championship is set to start around 4:30.
No way you just said that, bro.
It's ball low, and it's 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes to Carter.
You said I got no whiz?
Ball 3. So 3-0. And the 3-0 pitch. All strike. And now it's 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 6th. Ostingers lead this one 3-0. And the pitch. And that's ball 4. So 1 out walk issued by Evan. That brings Brody to the plate and Truitt on deck. And the pitch. Ball low and outside, and it's 1-0 to Brody. So 1 ball, no strikes. And I believe it was a foul ball, so it's 1-1. So Cole threatened throw down to first. And the pitch. Ground ball foul. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2. Pop fly foul out of play. And we'll do 2-2 again. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. I guess that was full count, so anyway. Brody's on first. Carter's on second now. Coach goes out to talk to his starting pitcher. He's pitched a great game. Shutout baseball through 5 1/3. And the coach is going to stick with his starting pitcher. Again, you got Carter at second, Brody at first, 1 out. Truitt steps in, Caden's on deck.
Let's go, BA.
There's a ground ball to third, fielded. Touches third, that gets the lead out, and that's 2 down. So they get Carter at third. That moves Brody to second, and Truitt is on with a fielder's choice. And Caden is at the plate now, and Ryder on deck. So 2 outs, 2 on.
Right here, guys. Let's go.
Burns down to their last out here. And it's a ball high to Caden. So 1-0 count. And the 1-0. Foul tip in the glove. And that is 1-1. Foul ball again. That's a 1-2 count. So Cole, the catcher, lost it for a second. He didn't know where it went, and all of a sudden the ball pops up in front of him. I think it kind of took him off guard there. And the pitch. Called strike 3, and that is the ball game. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left on. The final score here, folks, is Ostingers 3, the Burn 0. So that means the Ostingers will play in the semifinal game scheduled for 2:30 this afternoon. And the one coming up next will be the Blazers versus Prime Baseball. This is Doc, the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. We'll be back for the start of that one.